Hey guys, it's Lori. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while. I really haven't been feeling well physically. This emotional, this energy shift has really taken its toll. Not only on me, on many people, but um, it's been a struggle really to get through the day. So, um, as you know, there's a lot going on with me. If you follow me at all, if you know me at all. Um, yeah, there's been a whole lot going on with me. And, this energy shift, which is something I want to talk about. We just had the full moon, thank God. Things are going to kind of shift again the day before the full moon. So, yesterday was the full moon. So, the day before that, and then during the day of March 9th, I felt tiny shifts. See, I can feel them. I don't know how to explain it, but I can feel them physically, and I felt some tiny ones. And I know we're coming into not only um, is Mercury gone direct now, or it is today or something. I don't follow astrology really, but I know that Mercury going retrograde can cause some issues. Again, like I always say, God can override any retrograde of any kind, any full moon, any new moon, any whatever. But these energy shifts have been real, and what they've done is like I've been saying, it's like an unmasking and unveiling. So the veil has become thinner as far as like this between the spiritual realm and here. So many people who maybe never had high intuition or never realized that or never had any kind of um, spiritual experiences all of a sudden are having them. And people that have are having them stronger. Also, what's happening is masks are dropping from people in this physical realm. So, if somebody, some people are like really nice on the surface, but then when you get to know them, you realize that that's not really genuine. Like when push comes to shove, they're really not there for you, or that kind of stuff. Well, that stuff's being like in your face apparent. And we're all being unmasked. So, if you're genuine, you got nothing to worry about, right? But another thing that's been happening with this energy shift, so we've got like different things happening at the same time. We're also being called to look within. So, any kind of things that we may be holding on to, guilt, um, resentments, unforgiveness, soul wounds, um, false beliefs, and this could be from childhood abuses, this could be from traumatic experiences. What happens with a soul wound, just so you know if you don't know already, is a soul wound is something that hurts you so deeply, and it could even happen like in utero, like you may not even be aware of what happened to cause the soul wound. Or it could be a way you grew up, it could be anything. It could be one time event, it could be anything. And we develop these wounds that are so deep that they are in the soul. Okay, so even if you do therapy and you emotionally overcome it, it's still there. And what happens is most of us are not aware of them. So on a subconscious level, these wounds start to surface. And because of the wounds, like say one of your wounds is unworthiness, okay, consciously you might have had, maybe you grew up in a situation where you were alone and you felt unloved, so unlovable or something like that, or whatever. You've gone to therapy, you've overcome it, you even help other people with it, whatever. But if it's still there as a soul wound and you're unaware of it, what happens is you will create these, or call to yourself these situations, these people in your life that will validate that soul wound. In other words, you'll have relationships where people treat you like you're unworthy or unlovable or whatever. You'll find a job where they don't appreciate you. You'll have friendships, whatever it is, like all these different scenarios. And they may be small, they may be big, whatever, but it's like secular. And once you become aware of your soul wound and you say, okay, all right, lack of value, unworthiness, whatever, then you can recognize when a situation comes into your life that's in reality it's not true. It's validating that lie that you've been believing, so it perpetuates the lie, right? Anyway, These have been coming to the surface as well. And I believe that we're coming into a time of like really good opportunities and that kind of thing. So if we faced our own demons, whether it be, we've come to the conclusion that we're a little selfish or we're a little whatever, judgmental or whatever, or maybe we're dealing with these soul wounds. And you don't have to be 100% okay and done and ready, but if you're in process, if you've been taking this energy seriously and really working on you and taken what you've seen, which is very hurtful, if you've found that people around you, the things that people have said to me over the last few months, it's like, okay, all right, why didn't you just punch me in the face? Because that would have been better. I mean, to say something like, I could help you right now, but I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want to. Or I don't know. That's just one example. There's many. You need to take care of you. Why don't you, I can't even say that one out loud because it hurt my feelings so bad, so I'm not going to say it. But that's another thing, worldly way of thinking may get you somewhere here, but spiritually speaking, it's going to keep you at a low vibration. There's a balance between caring for yourself, which you absolutely have to do, and being like of the world and being selfish or self-centered. Okay, there's a fine balance, and if you're really walking the talk, and you're not just, a lot of people who claim to be spiritual or claim to be religious or whatever, when push comes to shove, they're not really walking the talk. They're really of the worldly mindset. So all of these things have come up. Now we're coming into, we've had, like I said, we've had some minor shifts that I've felt, but I think within the next few days and then into the next weeks and months, we're having some really powerful shifts in the other direction, okay? So don't let the world scare you with the coronavirus and, the stock market and blah, 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 blah. Don't buy into it, okay? Don't buy into it. We're coming right into a shift where things are going a different way. And if you buy into this stuff, all you're doing is building up that energy. Remember, what you feed grows. That happens physically, that happens spiritually, that happens emotionally, okay? So although it's been a tough time, and some people have felt it physically, some people have felt it emotionally, some people have felt it spiritually, and some people all of the above. Remember who you are, and not in the worldly sense, in the spiritual sense. Okay, yes, you're lovable. Yes, you're worth value. And no matter what you've been through, I remember I had a client once who grew up kind of in a poor neighborhood and, rough. And she's successful now. She's happily married. She's in a successful career. They own some properties. I mean, she's doing just fine according to the world standards. She's doing fine spiritually, too. But she was telling me a couple of years ago she had to go home for some reason. And she's like, you know what? I'm not going to say her name. I'll just say Smith. She's like, you know what? I'm always going to be one of the Smith sisters, no matter what. And it really hit her hard. I know what she's talking about. I grew up in the hood, and I know what she's talking about. No matter how far you come, no matter how many degrees you have, no matter how many certifications, no matter how many people you helped, no matter how high you keep your vibration, that soul wound remains. That's a soul wound. I'm always going to be just one of the Smith sisters. It's something really hard to overcome. Because yes, you are. But you're more than where you grew up. You're more than that rape survivor. You're more than that incest survivor. You're more than that heartbroken person that was left in this relationship. You're more than that person that has lost their son or daughter or whatever. All right, that's it for right now. I was actually going to talk about the missing persons and the big cases that are going on right now, but I'll make another video. I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a great day. And remember, stay positive, because today is almost like the day in between. All right? Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon.